And welcome back to the Colonel Does the Raven, Legacy of a Master Thief. And in the last episode, we were trying to figure out how to get through that secret door, and I so want to click on this. I have been up and down this museum, and I cannot find anything. So I went back through the notes, and let me show you what I am working with here. So the Sons of Horus are Happy the Baboon, Amset the Human, Duamutef the Jackal, and Kebeshenuef the Falcon. So that is the list of the Sons of Horus. Now, when we go into secrets, the Sons of Horus are listed as the Man, Baboon, Jackal, and Falcon. So it's a different order. And I think this is the... I don't know which order to use. So I'm going to try these before I use the hint, because I don't want to use the hint. So, Man, Baboon, Falcon. Man, Baboon, Falcon, and Jackal. So... I don't see, these are, I don't know what I'm supposed to use here. If it's this guy here that's supposed to be, you know, if it's going like this, but then they're not right side up, so I don't know. Because when they're at the top, they're sideways. You know what? Let's assume that this is the direction right here. So this is north, that's south, that's west, and that's east. So let's say Man, Baboon, Jackal, and this is the Falcon. That work? I assume this will be automatically opened if it does work. So that's not the combination. So maybe it is Baboon, Human, Jackal, and Falcon. That's not working either. Maybe it has to be the right side up one. Human. Nope, that doesn't work. Alright, I think I'm going to have to use a hint because I can't figure this out. God, the first hint. Really didn't want to use it for this. He did. What? I did find out more about the Sons of Horus. That's not a hint. Are you kidding me? I wasted 100, 200 points just for that? I've been through the museum. I don't know what the order is. Oh, maybe that is... Okay. Well, that's a different order. So if it's the order that they're appearing in, then that would be the Jackal, the Human, the Baboon, and then the Falcon. So maybe I try that. Still don't know which way is up though. Wait, yeah, that's okay. That's Falcon. I don't know. I mean, this is a weird puzzle. Alright, so it's Jackal, Human, So I'm doing it for the face-up one. So jackal, human, baboon. Falcon is not going to be right side up. So... oh, man. Jackal. Human. Baboon. Falcon. Oh, man. Well, maybe they have to be... so, jackal, human, baboon, falcon. Jackal, human, baboon, falcon. Jackal, human, baboon. That's not right. That's not right at all. Jackal, human, baboon, falcon. Come to think of it, I don't know which direction that... like, are they starting in the top, or are they going... ah! Can't figure this out. Will the director tell us anything? Doubt it.
I'd better leave him be if I don't have an important question.
Alright, I'm gonna have to go look this up, because this is driving me nuts. I have scoured this place, and I don't know what the directionality is. There's just nothing that indicates, you know, the order on that thing. I mean, I would think that maybe if I could... Are you serious? God. All that running around just to click on that little thing.
Sarcophagus from the Old Kingdom. Unknown ruler. Here we go. On the front, you can see the tutelary deities Amset and Happy. At a later date, it became traditional to show all 4 sons of Horus on all 4 sides of the sarcophagus. Each son signified a cardinal direction. Happy, the north; Amset, the south; Quebecsenueth, the west; and Duamutef, the east.
Okay, so that's the direction that I've been using. North, south, east, west. Happy, Amset, Duamutef, and Kugabooga.
Each son of Horus is associated with a cardinal direction and a symbol. Happy is the north, Amset is the south, Quebecsenueth is the west, and Duamutef is the east.
That doesn't help me, though.
There are actually 2 of the 4 sons of Horus on the front side of the sarcophagus. A man and a monkey.
I'm just writing something down. Amset is on the front and the Happy. So what does that mean?
Each son of Horus is associated with a cardinal direction and a symbol. Happy is the north, Amset is the south, Quebecsenueth is the west, and Duamutef is the east.
Okay. But that still doesn't help. So on the front is Amset and Happy. And that would be the human and the baboon on the front. So the human and the baboon don't show up in the same thing. So they don't show up opposite. Baboon. I don't know. I'm gonna have... Man, that hint was garbage. Did I write anything else down from that thing? No. Happy isn't... Okay. So that still doesn't tell me anything. So the baboon is the north. So let's say for kicks and giggles. So the baboon is north. And then... Alright, let's say this is the north. Baboon is north. Human is south. So maybe I wasn't doing that right. Jackal is east. And the falcon is the west. No kidding. I was doing it in order. I wasn't doing it the right way. Oh my god. Now I feel dumb.
There we go. He's up there, Robert. I know that.
That may be. Go into the guard room and open the gates.
Tell the director.
Zellner, don't do it. It's too dangerous.
You can't stop me. Not anymore.
Wow. Oh, cool.
200 steps at least. And a ladder. I'm too old for this. An old roof like this must be paradise for pigeons. Seems like there are dozens of them up there. I can't see them, but I can certainly hear them and smell them.
You really don't want to be looking up, man. Got something stuck under my mouse.
The chair is the only object that's not covered with dust. It seems like someone sat on it recently. Handcuffs. Not what I expected. Was someone interrogated here? Huh? The Raven, if I'm not mistaken. Why don't you step into the light?
Oh, we can make an accusation. Well, oh man, it's not the maestro, I don't think. I think it could be the butler, although that's a little cliche. I don't think it's the professor. And I don't think it's the doctor, though. I don't think it's the doctor. Although that's an attractive choice, the inspector. And go with Alfred, the butler.
Mr. Inch.
Amazing. Truly
wow.
amazing. I thought young Legrand would be my most dangerous opponent, but it seems I should have had more respect for age.
Damn, I'm good. Oh, yeah!
And the bomb on the train? Did you want to kill us all?
I knew that Legrand would be hot on my heels after the heist in London. He's a dangerous man, Mr. Zellner. He almost caught me once.
Is that a reason to resort to murder?
It wasn't my only reason. An eye for an eye, Constable Zellner.
What about the murder of the Baroness? Was that also your doing?
The death of the Baroness was never part of the plan. Dr. Gebhardt had a score to settle with her and got in my way.
You didn't care about the key to the safe?
I never wanted to steal the eye out of the safe. I always intended to strike here, in the museum.
What about Gebhardt's confession?
A nice idea, don't you think? It keeps the inspector out of my hair, for a few more hours at least, until everything collapses like a house of cards.
Why did you want to steal the second eye here?
The eye was in the bank in Zurich for a long time, impossible to get at. Then the safe on the ship in Legrand's cabin, too complicated. I heard about the secret basement and found out how the security system worked. I would have preferred to save my performance for the gala this evening, but, well, events demanded a change of schedule. Not least because of you, my nosy friend.
How did you do it? How did you plant the message on the safe in the train? How did you know that Gebhardt killed the Baroness? And the demolition charge below the treasure chamber? How did you manage it all? Even if your arm isn't lame.
Oh, it is, believe me. I needed help, it's true. A messenger boy to replace my arms and legs.
A messenger boy?
Ah, Adil. This could be interesting. He's quite talented, but unreliable. He has a mind of his own plans. Don't you, Adil?
I never wanted blood to be shed, but it's time to make an exception.
He only forgot one thing. I keep things firmly in hand. Always. End of story.
Oh, damn. Is that the end of chapter 2? Don't smoke. It's not good for you, bird.
I told you not to get off. What if the train had gone without you?
So, you're taking a job as a ship's doctor.
I am excited but nervous too. I'm not exactly a champion swimmer.
If you wind up in the water on board a ship, something's gone terribly wrong.
Is this a flashback? Must be.
What was all that in the museum?
Oh, damn.
That didn't quite go according to plan, did it? And I hate it when things don't go according to plan.
You nearly killed them.
You let them catch you.
It wasn't my fault. Scotland Yard was there.
If I thought it was your fault, you'd already be bobbing in the River Thames with a bullet in your head. Someone tipped them off. I don't know who, but I'm going to find out. Where is the jewel? Ah, marvelous. But it's just half the set, and stealing the second eye will be more difficult than I'd anticipated.
Why are we meeting here and not in Venice like we planned?
London drew more attention than planned. They put Legrand on the case.
Nicolas Legrand?
He's searching the train.
Shouldn't we postpone the plan under these circumstances?
On the contrary, I gave him an anonymous tip.
A tip?
I told him that the train will be robbed.
Keep him occupied.
You don't seriously suggest that we steal the jewel right under Legrand's nose?
No.
Of course, because I'm an idiot. Our best bet is still Cairo. Everything is prepared. Mr. X will provide us with everything we need. As planned, I'll go to Venice together with the Baroness and board the ship there. You'll do the same, but as surreptitiously as possible.
All right.
And under no circumstances can anyone be permitted to discover our relationship. Understood?
And the rest of the plan is as before?
We just have to get on board the ship.
I still think Oliver's in on it.
Then I'll get in the car and we'll meet in Venice.
No, Legrand necessitates a change of plan. You'll go by train as well, and place this envelope on the safe as soon as the train halts in the tunnel. I'll cause a blackout so that you can sneak past the guard. You won't believe who's guarding the safe. That blasted Bobby from London. If you have any trouble, cave his skull in.
And Legrand?
You take care of the letter, I'll take care of everything else. The most important thing is that no one recognizes you on the train.
And that I don't get caught.
Well, I guess that puts a kibosh on the constable. So it probably wasn't Oliver then. So there's somebody else. Maybe it was the violinist. Because if the butler is in... If he's the Raven... And the Baroness... So how would the butler would be able to catch a thief and spot one from a mile away. So the violinist might be in on it, and he gave the violinist the purse.
Hasn't the Baroness grown suspicious?
She's wrapped up in a veil of alcohol, arrogance, and disinterest. Only flattery, gossip, and Belgian chocolate can penetrate it.
Ideal conditions.
I'll be glad to be rid of that old hag. She's my ticket to the most important museums in Europe. But these have been the longest 6 months of my life.
What's the purpose of the letter?
That's not your concern.
I'd just like to know whether I'm risking my life for some game of yours, or whether it's worth it.
Any one of my games would be worth your life. You just do what I tell you. Stick the letter on the door of the safe or leave it on top of it. I don't care. But the letter has to be there as soon as Legrand shows up after the blackout to make sure everything is in order. Understood?
Yes.
What?
Yes, understood. How are the injured guards doing?
How the devil should I know?
You didn't need to do that.
What? Save your bacon?
I'd have made it out on my own.
Oh yes, the poor security guard. It really wasn't necessary. I'm such a naughty boy.
I just don't want anyone to get hurt.
Oh please, please, don't be angry with me. I won't do it again.
I don't know. We have the first eye, and we only just escaped.
Tell me you're not suggesting that we should be satisfied with that? One eye alone is nothing more than an expensive bauble. But both eyes together are a legend. My greatest triumph.
Shouldn't I put the eye somewhere for safekeeping? Just in case Legrand searches our things.
I'll hide the jewel in the Baroness's luggage. I already know where. Legrand won't dare search her belongings, and even then, he'll never be able to open the secret compartment.
Okay, so we'll see each other in Venice.
And not sooner. Here, take your travel documents. We may not have an opportunity to meet in Venice.
Okay, fine. Huh, that's the first change of plans so far. Whatever. Looks like I'll be going to Venice by train.
So now I'm playing as this guy. That's interesting.
Sometimes you can find useful things in a waste bin, but this one seems to have been emptied recently. The crate must have had bananas or something in it. It's empty now. It's built out of thin wooden boards. Probably didn't have to bear much weight. There probably isn't a single newspaper between Moscow and Madrid that's not reporting on the burglary. I'm famous. Unfortunately, not for the sort of elegantly executed theft I'd like to be known for. A leather bag like the ones used by country doctors for carrying their equipment. If I swipe the bag, it'd cause confusion while people look for it, and I might be able to sneak onto the train. The only problem is, I can't take the bag with me. They won't let me ride along in the freight car, not even if I ask nicely.
So maybe we take the bag and put it in the crate.
This wooden crate is big enough to completely conceal the bag. It'd be protected from prying eyes, and I could make my exit from the scene of the crime unnoticed. There's still one problem. Someone might see me picking up the bag and putting it into the crate. Some of the passengers got off the train to stretch their legs, but this man started his journey right here in Zurich. He waited a good 10 minutes for the train and began to get impatient. Judging by the bag, he's a doctor. He radiates self-confidence, almost arrogance. As soon as I'm on the train, I need to find a way to sneak into the freight car. I have to take one thing at a time, though. The conductor from the train. He's keeping a watchful eye on his passengers and their luggage. The train's been held up, and he seems to want to prevent further delays. He'd see me if I tried to board the train. I don't think I can lure him away. One of the passengers would have to ask him for something. It would be best if I could get my hands on his clothes somehow. The conductor's uniform would be the ideal disguise. He'd see me if I tried to board. This is the saloon car, fully furnished with a bar and all the niceties. The ladies and gentlemen would have a fit if I just waltzed in there wearing these clothes.
So maybe if he's distracted if I try and enter with these clothes on. I'm hoping this isn't going to be the rest of the game. Because that, I don't know. It's kind of getting into the storyline, and now that it's kind of... If I have to play another whole chapter...
Inch loves the spotlight and has a flair for the dramatic. Why else would he call himself the Raven? I don't like having to risk my own neck as part of his drama. What's the point of leaving messages for his opponent? I'd like to know what message Inch finds so important that he's willing to risk my neck to deliver it. But now's not the time. I have a train to catch. I'd like to know what, but... A ticket for a trip on the MS Lydia from Venice to Cairo. Some banknotes, and... a passport. Blank. No personal info, no picture.
It's upside down, too.
Inch has brilliant contacts in the underworld. He knows the best counterfeiters, technicians, pickpockets, and con men. He remains anonymous, though. Most of them don't even know they're working for him. Mr. X, his contact in Cairo, probably doesn't have a clue who he is. My travel documents. I shouldn't have any trouble getting to Cairo now.
I don't know. Oh, newspaper.
Burglary in British Museum. 1 casualty. £5,000 damage. Culprit unknown. Return of the Raven? I'd have escaped anyway. But Inch just couldn't resist playing with dynamite. I hope the security guard recovers soon. This wooden crate is big enough to it'd be protected from prying up. There's still one problem.
Well, I guess let's try getting on the car.
I can't board the train like this. I'd stick out like a sore thumb, and they'd throw me off without a second thought. I don't think one of the passengers would have to... It would be best if I could get my... Not a chance. The doctor could easily spot me taking his bag. He'd sound the alarm, and our Swiss friend would have no choice but to arrest me. And then we'd have a real problem.
Oh.
I could probably pry the bottom boards off without too much effort. They're thin, and the nails are short. Perfect. It looks like a normal crate.
There we go. Hide the
It's
bag.
now or never.
Hey, you! Scram!
Yes, sir.
Haha.
Let the games begin.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Can't you see that I am talking to the constable?
The train is leaving in a few minutes, sir. I have to ask you to board it now.
We should get on. Perhaps we'll be able to continue our conversation during the trip.
I won't stand in the way. Oh, where's my bag?
You left it right there.
I know that. I want to know where it is now.
I don't know. I'll look for it right away. If you gentlemen would get on the train in the meantime...
I will hold you and your employers liable for this.
I'm sure he'll find the bag. Come on, Dr. Gebhardt. I will help you with your luggage.
Fine.
Alright, so I guess this is where we switch places, but we are running up against the end of the episode, so I'm going to end that here, and in the next episode we will continue on with this part. I guess this is from the perspective of the Raven's assistant, Emil? I think that's his name. So, if you have any comments, please leave them below, and until next episode, please do take care.